River Run International Film Festival got underway last week in Winston-Salem, and tonight they're screening a film called A Stage of Twilight, and it stars a special honoree for this year's festival.
This is impressive. She's joining us this morning, live early this morning. We have to say good morning to actress Karen Allen. She's the star of A Stage of Twilight and River Run's Master of Cinema honoree. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm happy to be here.
And I mean, Karen, you are a star in your own right, having done so much over the years, starring in over 50 films. Can you sort of talk to us a little bit about how you decide which projects that you're going to be a part of and sort of lend your talents to?
I think it's a combination of things. The first thing that usually comes my way is the script itself. And I read the script and, I get a sense of the story that is being told. I get a sense of the relationships of the characters within the story and the role that they're asking me to play. And then I suppose the next thing that I look at is who's going to direct it. And I try to get acquainted with that director's work if I'm not already acquainted with it. And, maybe have a conversation with the director, and I find out what other actors are going to be involved. So those are all just elements that go into, to making a decision about whether a film is something that, would be interesting for me to do. Yeah.
And that takes us to tonight's debut, A Stage of Twilight, and tonight's screening. What can you tell us about the film and about the screening tonight?
Well, it started as a play. And I knew the playwright. She's a young playwright, and the whole piece that is A Stage of Twilight came out of a conversation we had having dinner one night when I was doing acting in a play in New York, and she wrote a version of the play, and we kind of handed it back and forth for a couple of years, and she worked on it, and then we started doing readings of it and some workshops in some theater companies. And eventually we got ready to do it as a production on stage, and then COVID hit. And so during COVID, she sat down and wrote it as a screenplay. And it's a love story between a man and a woman who have been together for 45 years in a marriage. And he comes up against some, tough medical issues in his life. And it's about the two of them trying to navigate this new phenomenon in their life, which is that he is very ill.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for giving us that little synopsis.
Yeah.
And Karen, if you could talk about your favorite thing about River Run specifically, and the Triad. Since you're here visiting, we know that it's screening tonight in Greensboro at 5:30. But what have you loved so far about being a part of River Run?
Well, I wanted to come back. I was here about 5 years ago with a short film that I directed, and I just had such a good time and such a nice connection with Rob Harris and the people that run River Run. And so he had invited me back last year, and I couldn't come, but I came this year, and it's just a beautiful festival. It's on a perfect scale. The programming here is beautiful in terms of the films that they choose, and the theaters. There's 6 theaters, I think, that they show films at, and it's just a wonderful festival. I spend a lot of time at film festivals, so I have my favorites, and I have to say this is one of them for sure.
Oh, we're so happy to hear that. Yeah, we're so glad to have you here. And actually, I'm so thrilled to talk to you this morning because I've been a big fan of yours for a long time. I love your character, Marion Ravenwood, in the Raiders of the Lost Ark and the Indiana Jones franchise. You knew I was going to bring that up, Karen. Come on now. First of all, you brought so much life to that character, and so thank you for that. But secondly, we got I believe the 5th movie in the franchise coming out this summer. How do you feel about that? How does it make you feel?
That the film is coming out?
Yeah, that is still around, that is still going for all these years.
Yeah. Well, this is the last one, so this will, put a little, period on the end of this 5-film saga. So I'm excited it's coming out. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm going to see it in about 10 days.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Little sneak preview. Yeah, nice. I like that.
Oh, that's so special. Karen, thank you for joining us, and a big congratulations as well. A stage of Twilight is screening tonight in Greensboro for everyone at home. It starts at 5:30 at Red Cinemas on Battleground Avenue. To grab your tickets, be sure to do so. Visit riverrunfilm.com.